Hi guys, we're back for another episode of Two Absolute Units. This is your host, Tannen, as well as your co-host, Morgan New / Juicy Momo / Shatanya Dick.
What it do?
And we're joined today by our very special guest, one of my good friends. He's a local rapper in the Cincinnati area. This is Haskell.
Hi.
Woo!
This is where if I had a soundboard, I would put in clapping effects.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've noticed on the last couple episodes we haven't really said a little fun thing about each other. So
Okay.
Aura, why don't you start off saying some kind of fun shit about yourself?
Like what?
Just I don't know.
Fun
can come in any form.
Yeah, I can fit my whole fist in my mouth, and I was almost born in Texas because my mom didn't know she was pregnant.
That.
What? My whole fist?
Do it right now.
So while they're doing some
shit.
fisting, Juicy Momo fun fact is that sometimes I'm able to be really hammered and stable, and sometimes I'm not. Let's get it.
What's your
some
fun fact?
fun facts about Haskell the rapper
Oh my
from
goodness.
Cincinnati.
That's super boring.
I mean, you don't pull your dick out downtown and pee while walking. So
I
that's
don't,
good.
unless I'm walking backwards. That way.
Away
you
from
go.
people.
There
You don't want to
you
see no dicks.
I love that.
Anyways.
Haskell pees backwards.
Oh
I pee upwards, so I don't know what's going on here. I feel uncomfortable.
I pee diagonally. Just kidding.
Tic-tac-toe, bitch.
Yeah, I pee in X's and O's. Oh my god.
Anyways,
Yeah, so we're here today to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Really, this is your special guest
you
episode.
can ask me all the questions.
Yeah, we're
I
meant
thought
to
you
ask
were-
the
Well, I am
questions.
hosting
I thought
it.
you
We
were gonna
are.
be,
Oh my god, she's reading. The library is open, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, yeah, so we're here to talk about music, and we'll get into other topics as we go. But I do want to ask, you write a lot of music that, I really value because, I was talking with Styx in a couple podcasts ago where we talk about how, we, bring our emotions into our art and, really work on, well, yes, but, working through, trauma and, adding those things in to make it, more impactful. Do you find yourself doing that with your music?
I do, very much so. So everything I've gone through my life, I pour into my music.
Work.
At different times, it comes off at a different rate, and it just depends on how I'm feeling.
That's why you make
I
fucking
think that
art.
and I think that when your medium is art, you can't go one way all the time because it doesn't bring variety, and it's more exciting to be I'm talking about something that's really sad now, but now I'm talking about something that's really exciting, but I can still relate my past experiences to it. You know what I mean?
It all
Yes.
matters on how I'm feeling at that.
And it does work out very well when you put out some good shit and then Aura uses it through her drag to also put out some cool good shit. It all works together.
Yeah.
I was at my bar Saturday and so when you are just fucking around with your phone, it's on an aux cord and something accidentally comes on, you don't know what it's about to be.
Yeah.
It's
And you're just what the fuck is this? Turn it off. Your song accidentally came on to my
shit.
phone over the loudspeakers and I was like,
Turn this shit up. Yeah.
Let it play, bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
We should touch on that a little bit. Yeah. So, Haskell released a song called Flowers Remind Me of Death, and I was really, really, I felt really into it, and the first time that I listened to it, I visualized this look where I wanted to create really out of the box monster, and I created it with stilts, and I created nails that were 3 or 4 feet long and a dunce cap and stuff. I was a good 8 feet tall, I would say, maybe a little bit more, honestly.
It was pretty horrifying.
It's pretty scary.
So
it's pretty
Slender
cool.
Man.
Yeah, it's very Slenderman. Yeah, and I
Yes.
literally was listening to your song and listening to the words and taking them in. And this wasn't
Not
oh,
just
I
one
want to do
time,
this.
a million times.
Oh,
you
definitely.
listen to
Yeah,
this
and,
song.
that's how I when I write stuff, I put a lot of hidden stuff in there.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
People need to listen to it.
And that's what I do
and,
like
really
about your
take
music,
them
because
in.
every time that I listen to that song, still to this day, I hear something new in it that I didn't notice before. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And I think that's really cool, and that's really a good way to do music and art, is to have those nuances in there that are hidden from, not hidden, but that it's a new experience every time because you notice something new.
Yes.
And I do want to say this wasn't something where I was I want to do this look, let me find a song to do it to. It was literally, I listened to your song and I it just seeped into my mind that I was this is what I want to look like when I do this song.
And that's what you want when you are making something, is to inspire other people to make
perpetuate it
fucking
further.
shit.
Yeah.
And that's what the fuck you did.
Yeah. What were you thinking about when you wrote that
I was
song?
about to ask if I was allowed to cuss, but I've thoroughly cussed throughout the last couple episodes.
So flowers remind me of death. It brings in a lot of my personality and different things that I've gone through over the past few years.
Totally.
The biggest thing was and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but
You are more than welcome to be a Debbie Downer in
Am
this
I?
Debbie
Okay,
Downer ass
cool.
house.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm a recovering drug addict. I got clean originally in 2010. I was clean and sober for about 8 years, and then some certain things, deaths and people that I knew and just life got to me, and I wanted to
Not let that go, but kind of
cover it up
Coddle
with
it. Feel better than you should.
I feel like it's
yeah.
taking away power from those things that haunt you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
And giving
yes.
that power to yourself. And
Yes. So originally, I during those 8 years being sober and clean, I used music and poetry as a tool to release myself, and my addiction kind of overthrew that at
It's
some
to
point,
the
which
point-
is okay.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes.
It's to the point where sometimes that's just not
Yeah.
enough.
It's just I need a break from reality,
Yes.
Totally.
and I just I needed something to just take control of that. So the biggest thing is I had a friend that passed away that was super duper close to me, and when I went to his funeral, I sat there and I was looking at the flowers, the people that bought, they wanted to pay their respects. Some people would buy these flowers and not even show up, just they
send the
they
family
did
and
it, but
shit,
they and the thing with me is personal experiences are in person, but as human beings, a lot of people we stray away from these things and these personal interactions because they make us feel a certain way. So at that point, sometimes people will just they'll show it in a different way. And me being me, I wanted to show up in person, even though I was super nervous about it.
Yeah.
And it's very emotional, and flowers. So nowadays, certain flowers, the smell of them only remind me of death because
that's what you smelled at that point in time.
For the 8 years that I was clean, I surrounded myself with recovering drug addicts that were feeling the same things as me,
building the community around
and we
you.
were building a connection, but some of them would fall off and they would die, and I would go to these funerals and I would smell these flowers, and it just kept reminding me. So now anytime I'm in my garden, there's certain flowers that remind me of someone passing away, and that's okay because in a certain sense, flowers remind me of life as well.
Totally.
Yeah, this just validated
So
something
it's
for
just
me as well.
It just it goes back and forth, and it was a very strong thing. And and I put a lot of different feelings into that song. So we had a friend from high school that passed away from drug addiction as well. And when we went to the funeral, it was a high school reunion.
Yeah.
And there were certain people at that funeral that I saw that kept going outside to get more fucked up to come back in, and
Right.
it would either calm them down or it would make them escalate their emotions. And I was just sitting there just taking everything in. I'm pretty reserved.
Yeah.
You are, yeah.
I'm pretty reserved, but if you get me, if I'm I mean, it's the same that my mom today, I was talking very powerful about something, and she's like, are you using drugs? Are you drinking? She's like, every time you do that, you get really, I'm like, that makes sense.
They just associate
I
the
was
one side of you with
right,
anything they don't agree with.
But it is a courage thing, because my entire life,
Totally.
I've been a very quiet person, and if I get some stuff inside of me that fuels that,
gives you
truth
kind of
will
like a
just come
purpose
out.
at
I
that
totally
point.
believe
Right,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, because I'm
exactly.
very much like a social drinker in the sense that it's like I won't talk to any stranger at all.
Mm-hmm.
But once I have like a few shots in a beer or whatever in me, I'm like, hey, want to be best friends? Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it just makes that connection so much easier. And that's a
Right.
sad thing that I feel like a lot of people experience. And it's a shame that they do, but it's also like, well, that's...
It's like okay to not do it and also do it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know where to meet in the middle here.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like the line is blurred, and it's difficult to know when that becomes an issue of confidence and when it becomes something that is just like written in your DNA almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Dude, until you get
I want to just talk on the flowers note real quick.
Yeah.
So I have always had this thing, and what you said kind of like resonated with me because like people would like buy me flowers for my birthday, and I'd be like, I don't know why you did that. I'm just going to kill them because I like them better dead. And like I think it kind of like ties into what you're saying because when my grandma passed away, like the flowers around her, like they don't mean anything to me. Like my grandma's gone.
right.
But so like I don't know what it is, but like since like today, somebody buys me flowers. I'm like, I'm killing them. I don't know why you did that.
Right.
Like I
Yeah,
really
I
do
don't agree with
feel your gesture towards me by
Yeah.
doing this for me. I appreciate you so much. But like it's pointless. Like I'm going to kill them.
And it's weird because like people don't know exactly what they want to do to make you feel.
That's what I'm
okay.
saying, like,
and
people don't-
over the years, like people have learned certain things.
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, it's
you
like a
know-
cultural
Yeah, it's a
thing.
cultural
Yeah.
thing. You know,
I'd
what
rather
I mean?
you just say happy birthday to me on Facebook.
Right.
I don't want you to spend
Dude, I
your
totally
money that
get
you
it.
Yeah,
can
or
do
give me
something else with.
$2,000.
That or just like
So what I like
you
to
wasted
do,
your money that you could
so
use.
what I like to do with flowers nowadays, because they do eventually die, is like you can hang them upside down.
That's what I'm saying,
and
yes.
spray them with a hairspray, and it just like keeps them
Really?
dead,
Yeah.
and keeps them like in their form.
I think they're
and
so
that's really
much
cool.
prettier
Then you
dead.
can,
I
like,
don't know
one
why.
one of my friends, like he does that. And he grabs them from funerals and stuff, and he hangs them up all around.
Yeah, I
his
have
bed,
friends
man.
that
And
do
they look
that. It's
beautiful.
so cool.
I love them.
I used to like doing like the flower presses where you would get like a textbook and put the flower in it
Yeah.
and then press the shit out of it and put like a bunch of books on top of it.
So I
and
guess
open it in,
there
like,
is
2
kind
weeks
of a
and it'd be, like,
history.
pressed flower that would stay like that.
There's kind of like a history behind like killing a flower to like keep somebody's memory alive, kind of.
Yeah,
In a sense.
totally.
But like I don't know. I
Yeah.
like killing them, and everybody keeps thinking I'm insane, and I'm like, I have a reason. Jesus.
So not to only talk about flowers reminding me
Yes.
of death, but I do want to talk about that song a little bit because
Yeah.
rumor has it that there's a potential music video on the line.
Yes.
Would you feel comfortable or want to talk about any thoughts on that?
Yes, we so oh my goodness. So Miss Aura's
Oh my God.
like just her like vision with the Slender Man-esque like vibe.
Well, because I kind of viewed
Like,
that look
as-
like it is Slenderman, but I kind of viewed it as being like a part clown and part like Grim Reaper, like
Yeah.
a kind of in between where it's like. Because that's why, like in the moments of the song where it's like the do 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 do, where, like after you like when you're like in that part, I always do a backward step, and instead of lip syncing because there's no words, I always do a backward step and I start laughing. Like I'm like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
It's
It
really
can be
fucking
manic
creepy.
as fuck.
And that's what I enjoy
that's-
about it, and that's what I think. Like that's where the clown side of it comes in
Yes,
for me.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm making a joke out of it, but it's like I think that that's like a good nuance to bring in, where it's like it is heavy, but it's also like it's
Finding
good to
humor
break
in a
that
bad
up and like
place.
Well,
yeah,
exactly, and like the big thing with me
Symbolically.
is that so even if I feel sad and you know if they're negative thoughts,
Yeah.
I laugh in
Yeah, I'm a fucking
confusion,
clown. Y'all know me.
And like if you put me in like a negative spot, I will find some laughter in it. But it's
Find a
way.
almost
Totally.
it's a way to comfort myself.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
Totally.
it's never to like turn people off or anything.
yeah,
like that.
definitely.
There's almost too much bad in the world for you to just be dead serious all the
all
time.
the time.
Like, you
totally.
need
And that's also,
something
like,
for the love
really
of God.
for your own
Right?
self. So yeah, let's talk music video. What are you thinking?
Ooh, so Donovan, our amazing photographer and friend that has been around forever.
Yeah, truly.
What is it? Natural _ father on
Right?
Instagram?
Yes, yeah.
He's a beautiful photographer.
Yeah, go
Beautiful
follow him.
human.
He's got pictures of me and Haskell and Morgan.
Not Natty Daddy.
Oh,
Natural _ father.
Yeah, the off-brand Natty Daddy.
So
You can't get much more off brand than that,
So
friends.
he spit some ideas about like going to Forest Farm, our other friend, and having all of us come out of the lake in the morning at like 6 a.m. and then blowing smoke like on the lake.
That would be
And then
What are
have
some
us
looks we can
coming
expect
out.
to see within this?
Ooh, looks a
Yes.
lot of black.
I think
I
I
want all
have
black
two
as
looks
well.
for this. Do I
I
not?
want all black as
You
well.
have well. Our wonderful friend has all the looks.
You're in charge
You're
of
right.
looks.
You are.
Yeah, because I know I'm wearing
But
the
I-
stilts look for part of it, but is there not a part where me and Sydney are doing like a not a mirror look, but like where I'm like the demon version of her kind of thing, or is that?
Yes. Well, okay. Well, that was for
Oh, that's for a different video.
a
Oh,
different video.
sorry, I'll edit this out. Oh my god, but yeah.
No,
I-
you don't have to edit it out because we're working on tons of amazing projects.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of really cool and exciting content and projects dropping, and that'll be really sick.
Yes.
Yeah, I
But
want to
yeah,
see
I
some
think
of
it'd
those
be
like
really
black. Mentioned black and mask and mixed it together to say blask. But
Blask.
like those black hang down masks, and then just like all black look and just
yes.
fucking off somewhere.
I was thinking also of making a second version of my stilts look, but revamping it, and like on the cone head I'll have flowers attached to it and like running down my body and down the claws. And I really think it'd be sickening to have a visual of you like wrapping it with my claws just like wrapped around you with the flowers all over them, just like moving. And
Gold.
then I just bring my
Make
face
it
We could
to
gold.
the
make
front.
them like if you were like huddled because you're gonna be so tall. If you could be like huddled over me,
We
and
could
all
make them look
those
like curtains around you,
flowers,
and then all of a sudden they can just start moving.
we could do
to,
some like claymation
Make
stuff.
it
Totally.
gold.
Yeah, we
Make
can
them
get-
gold.
Yeah, we can get her some Coraline shit. That'd be sick.
Yeah, you know,
That'd
spray
be fucking
paint makes
sick.
anything gold. We can look rich for a second.
I know. All that glitters is gold, but all that spray paints is better. And it stays longer.
And cheaper.
Yeah, and it stays longer.
And it might get you high for a second.
Oh my god.
I think that's computer duster.
Both.
Wait,
Mixture?
Can you do that?
I think so.
Some people used to be able to use Sharpies. They're non-toxic anymore, so you can't. But you used to be able to.
I got a couple of Sharpies upstairs. I'm about to pass
They're
out.
non-toxic. You can't. Oh my
I'm about
God.
to pretend, okay? Anyways,
Okay, yeah, get into the fantasy.
we're literally sitting here talking about getting high off Sharpies. Let's get back into the mix.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
Yeah, do you have like new songs coming out soon? Any new releases, projects, anything like that on the horizon?
Yeah, so my newest song is gonna be on my friend Eugenius's album, which he's been around for a long time. He's been in the metal scene.
I love that name. It sounds like a drag name.
Yes. Oh,
Welcome to the
dude,
stage, Eugenius.
He's awesome. So he used to play in a metal band called Corpus Christi.
Wait,
I've heard of
I know
them.
them. Yeah,
Have
that's
you?
sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So he was in that band, and then he started doing hip hop stuff. He did Silent Tongues, which was an acoustic project, and then he's always been rocking out the rap. So like I've been on like a handful of his albums, and there's only 2 rappers on his new album. And it is insane. My entire verse is centered around One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh,
with Jeff
yes.
Nichols.
Yes.
From back in the day. So it's all centered around that. And then it's centered around the fires at Beverly Hills Supper Club in Fort Thomas. It's like it is insane. Like when
I
people
love
hear
that.
it, people will be like super astonished. So
Yes, I'm
super,
ready.
super,
Yeah, that's gonna be
super
sickening.
stoked about that. And I've been sitting on that verse for about 2.5 years now.
Really?
So,
It's been this long in the works.
It needs to come
Yeah, that
out.
is a good question. How long does it take for you to like write and then record and then drop? Like, how long would you say on average?
So it just depends for certain verses. So like I'm pretty
I also have a
OCD
question.
about stuff.
Yeah.
Things. So like sometimes things come quicker than others.
Totally.
And then I do not try to rush stuff. If it happens, it happens. If producers,
You can't rush perfection.
If producers want to walk away from my verse because it's taking too long, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, use it as something else.
Take it somewhere else, and like that's their loss.
Totally,
Real.
totally.
Like my creative process is mine, and if I write about something one day, I might wake up the next day and I'm
And
not
be like,
feeling
let me
the
scrap
same
this
way.
and start over.
Yeah.
Well, like I might scrap it.
You'll be like me after
I
I
might
film
just
these
like
next
I might
time.
just start hacking like certain
Just editing
parts of it.
Totally.
You know, so it's and I'm not gonna release something out there that I'm
That you don't
unhappy
like.
with.
Yeah, totally.
So like people can wait.
I mean, I feel that because it's like if I have a look that I don't like, I'm not going to fucking wear it out. You
Right,
know what I mean? Like, I'm not
exactly.
gonna be like, I made this
Yeah,
look and
yeah.
it looks like shit. I'm gonna wear it anyway. It looks great. Like, you know, like no. Morgan, you did have a question.
Okay, this one's kind of for both of y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for Chase, it will be, or Haskell, sorry.
Both.
Both, but
You're saved in my phone as
Haskell.
but by the rapper name
You're-
Haskell.
You're saved in my phone as Chase
So for
Haskell.
you, for when you're writing music, your headspace where you put out your best, your just best shit. For you, when you are thinking of a drag outfit that you want to make people cry and just, you know.
Yeah, or like
Your
yeah,
headspace.
Like, what would my headspace be into?
So,
that?
yes.
I mean,
Like, is it
honestly, the thing for me is that I don't make anything with the intention of like pressing other people's emotions because for me it's like I was diagnosed with dysthymia a few years ago, which is like a form of depression where like it's very rare that I feel emotions at all. Instead of being depressed all the time, you're just like, I feel empty. I just literally, I do not feel happy. I do not feel sad. I just feel like there's nothing, you know? And so for me, it's not that I'm like pressing to make other people feel something. It's more so that like I feel something, and so I chase that down and I follow it until I can like solidify that emotion, and then that's where I create my looks and my concepts from. That's where I create my looks and my concepts from, is because I'm like, this is something that if I feel this strongly about when I can't feel anything, then like I know it's going to go over well. You know what I mean? And so it's like I don't necessarily think like, oh, I'm going to do this. Like just the other day at Cabaret, I did a song in like a ghost look with like really long like yellow hair, and it was rooted with white, and I like soaked it in water beforehand, and I did Drowning by Banks, and it's like a song where she's like, I'm drowning for your love, like you're trying to help me but you don't care about me, so you're just doing this as a farce, like kind of shit. And like it was like not something where I was like, I'm intending on making people feel this emotion, but it was more so like I feel this emotion, and if I can feel it, that means that I can display it, and that means that people will feel it even harder than I do.
That kind of leads back to his music,
Right.
making you feel some
Totally.
shit. And you're like, I'm gonna put something out there for the people.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I really, really value getting inspired by other people's music and art.
Yeah.
Is because it's like,
That's very
like I said,
important.
it's very hard for me to feel anything. So it's really fucking sickening when I'm like, this made me feel something, and that's encouraging me to do more with it,
Yeah.
or not more, but to push it into my own
Yeah.
realm.
Right,
You know what I
it
mean?
made you-
Spread
it
the
made you do
message.
something.
Yeah, totally.
And then for you,
What was the question? again? Can you
sorry.
repeat it?
Like, what kind of headspace are you in when you're
when you
like,
are writing your best shit, like the shit that
Like
you
when
are
you're-
most proud about,
my
the
God.
shit
or
that
most
you
known
love
for as
putting
well?
out.
Yeah.
What is your headspace?
So
Because I am not talented at all. I
So
don't
the
do
weird
shit.
thing is, so I come from a like a fun hip hop background where it's like the funky, like
Yeah.
we're gonna party, and like
Gotta
I
go.
can do that stuff, but it's all about my emotions at that time.
Totally.
My favorite stuff that I feel is when I'm depressed or I'm going through something in my life.
And I think that's when
like,
art is its
changes-
most refined and powerful.
Right, exactly. And that's been the history of our entire life.
Yeah.
Like, people make the best stuff when they're feeling the most powerful.
At their highest peak of an
they're-
emotion.
exactly. You know.
Because it doesn't even have to be sadness.
I
But like
like
when you're feeling
having
your highest
fun.
peak of happiness,
It's like
you bring
I
out some
am-
good ass shit. When you're
Right.
feeling your highest peak of sadness, you bring out some shit that helps you work through it, and people can feel it.
Yep.
It's
Right,
like it creates that
exactly.
atmosphere.
I am
you know?
feeling sad and useless. Fuck this shit. I'm not gonna remain useless.
And it's also about taking away that power that is
Yeah.
your inner voice
It's
telling you that.
Fuck
Yeah.
me. I'm going to not be useless.
Right.
I'm going to do something about me feeling useless.
Right. So I've been trying to find like a balance between like my emotions and then making them. So a big thing with my emotional songs is finding a place within that people can let loose and start dancing and like different things like that. So like I can show both perspectives, and then I also have like other songs that are just goofy.
Yeah,
you know what I
totally.
mean? Just like me, like acting my natural happy self.
Definitely.
Because like, you know, it's okay for me to be happy and sad, just like any
Yeah,
human.
you can have many
Definitely
mindsets when you're doing
Because like I've even
things.
had nights where it's like the first number I do, I'm doing sign language to a really sad song by Banks, and then I go into Contaminated by Banks and I lip sync it, where it's like a song where she's like, I really love you, but this relationship is contaminated and it's toxic and it's not gonna work. And then the next number I come out and I'm like, I'm just gonna do my Alien mix with Nicki Minaj.
Yo, one
like,
night you're making me cry, and then one time you're like, I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, and I think that's like good to have that
It's healthy.
balance. Because
You
it
have
is
to have a
healthy.
balance.
Yeah, totally.
You shouldn't always be just
Also, look at your hair.
angry and pissed
Ah,
off.
thank you. I just recut it today. I let it go for weeks and now it looks even longer. But I went bald in like February for a competition I was in. But now, like, I've been growing out into a mohawk because, like, I feel like when people grow their hair from being bald, it always looks fucking crazy. So I was like, what's the best way for me to grow my hair without looking, like, smack? So I was like, I'm gonna grow a mohawk. And I let it go for, like, a few weeks this last time before I cut it. And I just cut it literally right before you came over, actually. And I'm in love.
You're
My
trying
hair
to
looks
get
so
ready for
long
me.
now.
I see it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my
she's
gosh,
getting
Chase is
there.
coming over. Let me just get
Let me
so
look hot.
hot and sexy.
So
and
can I
cool.
ask one more question?
Yeah, and then let's take a break after this answer.
When are you guys gonna, like, give up the act?
What act?
I don't think my
The act of-
wonderful, beautiful girlfriend would be happy.
Sydney would fucking kick my ass.
And Sydney's she's such a nice human.
She is so sweet. I fucking
So
love
she
Sydney.
would say, like, I'm gonna kick your ass, and then never kick your ass because she's so nice.
Although she knows that I've made out with Donovan twice.
Oh.
No, we didn't.
We
really
might
make
gotta
out.
chop
We
some
touched
shit
tongues
out.
in like a weird setting. It was like
Me and Donovan have
something.
literally put coke in our buttholes, so I don't want to hear it.
Well, together, like each other.
In the same, we were in a
Yeah,
like
like,
a
did you finger
studio
Donovan's balls?
apartment.
Yes.
We were in a studio apartment.
Oh my god.
Donovan was in one corner. Me and my friend were in like the single bathroom that's like the only other room in this studio. And I'm sitting there like bent over and I'm like, I can't do it. And Donovan's like, I got it. And then
He did it
Heather
for
runs
you?
into. No, he got his.
Oh,
He
shit.
got his coke in the butt. Sorry, that sounded very not as bad as it was. And then my
I
friend
wouldn't
runs
finger
in.
Donovan's butthole. I feel like there's
My
some mysteries
friend
in
runs
there.
in and was like, I got you. And she's like, helped spread my cheeks for me so I could get it in.
What
Even though my
cheeks?
cheeks are not lethal or
I have
anything.
coke in the butt. The only thing I'm stuck in my butt
It doesn't
is my
do
finger
anything.
or ecstasy. A lot of ecstasy is in my butt.
Oh, yes,
I
let's
would
add
put
this
my
segment on.
finger
What's
in
the
there
strangest shit you put in your
and
butt?
Somebody else in there. That's about it.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm so ashamed of the coke
Is this
already.
going live? I
It's
love
going up.
this.
I'm okay with this, yeah. This is fine.
Once I put a condom on a plunger and then sat on it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Why would you put a condom on it?
Splinters.
Okay.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, I figured you were talking about, like, why would the plunger come in you? What is going on? And even though, like, cum
No, I
will not
just
get
don't
you
feel like it would
pregnant in the
save
butt.
against the splinter.
Well, I guess I wouldn't know because I didn't really do it, but
Yeah, the coke in the butt
It's
was
okay.
not a good
yeah.
idea. It
I'm
did
exit
nothing
only.
for me.
Just kidding, I'm
It
versatile.
legitimately made my asshole numb for like 5 minutes,
That's
and
kind
then
of
nothing
hot.
happens.
Okay, on that note, we're gonna take a quick break.
Yes.
Yes, please.
And we're back. This is your woo.
Wee woo, yeehaw.
Yeah, wee woo. Okay, this is your host Aura Tannen, as well as my co-host Juicy Momo / Shatanya Dick, and our very extra special guest, Mr. Haskell himself.
The rapper from Cincinnati.
Period. Stream his music, get into it, and also
Or
get
die.
into me doing his song. You can find it on Stacy Stacy Thacker Thacker. Her YouTube has me performing multiple times to Haskell's song. It's really good. Get into it. You can see my stilts look Yeah. So we're back, and we're going to continue talking about whatever we want to talk about, because it's our podcast, not yours.
Yeah, fuck
you.
you.
I have a question for you. Earlier, we were talking about Eugenia switching genres a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself ever like doing something more like contemporary or acoustic or anything like that, or do you think that you will always like stick to like doing
Like
rap?
some,
Or do you see yourself doing like more metal and things like that? Like,
Well, okay, so, and that's funny you ask. I've been jumping around for a long time. My original love for hip hop is with the old school Tribe Called Quest, Jurassic 5, all that stuff. Atmosphere, Aesop Rock.
Yeah.
I love
There's some
it.
Wu-Tang in there.
You're right, Wu-Tang, all that stuff. I love experimenting. And then over the years and recently, I've been jumping into like industrial genres. I've performed at Resonance Music Festival with a hippie jam band.
Yes.
When I got up there, I
something.
didn't know what to expect, and they started the set. And then, like, when it came to our song, which was the fourth song, I come out, and there was nobody in the beginning there, like, fans. And then suddenly, there was, like, 200, like,
Fuck
250
yeah.
people. And then people, like, busted out bongos. They were half naked.
Yes.
They were playing along with us. So, like, I love, mixing genres with my hip hop, and that keeps me going as an artist because I get really bored, and I'm always looking for things,
something new and exciting.
Yeah, you keep me interested. And then I've been at metal shows and like performed with metal bands, and done songs like that. So I'm not gonna stop doing that. So whatever, I'm like, music is fueled by emotion.
Definitely.
And whatever emotion I'm feeling is the way
where you're gonna go with.
Yeah, it's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I have a fun story for you. So, there's this Scottish rapper, and he wanted. It's very funny. So he wanted to go into this contest, and they're like, "You're fucking Scottish. Like, there's no way you're going into rap. There's no fucking way.
They were like, your accent's
like
too
your
thick.
accent's too thick. Fuck you." So two dudes end up like teaming up together to create this group. I can't fucking remember what it's called, but it's a thing. It's like Sybil and something.
Yeah.
And so they like create a whole like group based off just lies.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yeah, Eminem's our best friend. Like, we're fucking sick. And then they like would go in and make their like.
I feel like I've heard about
yes,
this group
they
before.
went in and like made their music. Like they went in and made their music Scottish with the Scottish accents, and then like turned it American.
Yeah.
And they opened up for D12
Right.
and Eminem. Yes.
Sickening.
And then the lawyers were like knocking on the doors, like, you have to tell people what the fuck you're doing.
Right, yeah. So they kind of
But like they wanted to do what they were doing.
They use it as a stepping stool.
Yes.
Totally.
Like sometimes
And they fucking opened up for D12.
Yeah. During this day and age, like it's okay to do things in a radical sense.
And sometimes
Yes.
it's necessary.
It is necessary.
Like they were
because,
never
like,
going anywhere
So,
because
like-
they were Scottish, heavily
Exactly.
accented dudes.
So
and they
sometimes you
ended
have to-
out opening up for D12.
Right, you have to look for different avenues and stuff
Yeah.
because,
Definitely.
like, in this day and age, like social media, like the only way that you can get your music heard is if you have thousands of dollars to put behind like marketing and stuff. So, like, if you can do something radical to the point where you go viral and people can hear you, I'm okay with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, I'm
sure.
totally okay with that. But
They
a
did
lot
pretty
of
good.
a lot of people will like look back at that and like there's gonna be haters, there's gonna be people that are
Yeah,
gonna
it's
talk
funny.
shit, but
I
like I don't
loved
give a
it.
fuck. Like,
Well, at the
do
end of
what
the day,
you gotta
like
do.
at the end of the day, if you're making your art, it's also like you low-key have to come to a place where you can't give a fuck because
But
it's like
it's-
I'm doing my thing. Like
But
if
it's
you're
like-
oppressed about it, as long as I'm not being offensive and as long as I'm not being like a piece of shit about it, like
offensive in a certain way.
that's what I
Yeah,
definitely.
They were like,
Like if my art doesn't involve me being racist or me being like, you know, like
But if I want to
transphobic
piss off
or,
some
like,
Trump
something like that.
supporters,
Yeah,
like,
totally.
fuck
go
that
the
shit.
fuck
I'm gonna do
ahead,
that.
by all
Definitely.
means.
But it's like I think that there's an inherent difference, and it's like sometimes that's necessary to make that statement and that divide with your art because
That's what I'm saying.
I mean you want people that agree with you to follow you. You know what I mean?
So
And
a
it's
bunch
like,
of
you
people
don't want to
follow
support people that you
them.
don't like.
A bunch of people follow them, and then they come out and are like, we kind of lied.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're fucking liars, fuck you. You like their music until they lie.
Until
yeah.
they lie.
So what are you talking about?
Right.
Like
right.
a lie? You know, I fully support lying if it does not hurt
They said
people.
they knew Eminem, and they got put on a D12 show.
Yeah, they opened
But
up for
how
D12.
How did D12 is Eminem's group? So how did it go unseen? Like, how did they be like, we don't know that?
Well,
Because
'cause
they're
it was
fucking
afterwards.
Scottish. Like, nobody in America cares about anybody else in other countries.
Oh,
They don't
yeah.
give a fuck.
That's
Just look
Fair
at Yemen.
Right,
Girl.
right.
Nobody in America gives a fuck
It's
about
weird.
anybody
So-
else.
So, like, the weird thing about me is as a hip hop artist, I listen currently.
Yeah.
The most hip hop that I listen to is coming out of the UK.
Yeah.
I have.
They are
I
fucking
love-
psychotic over
like,
there.
You should look
UK
into.
hip hop is.
Is it the
so
crazy
on
ones,
point.
though?
Not all the crazy. There's like
The ones that
rhyme
piss on
hip-hop.
shit and shoot themselves with BB guns.
There's stuff like that, but there is an underground community
Yeah.
that is very similar
Yeah.
to the U.S. underground community
Yeah.
from like 10 years ago.
Totally.
But they're so strong and they're very good and very talented.
Do you listen to Rina? She's an artist she was born in the UK, but she's a Japanese artist, and she was nominated. Or no, she wasn't
It's like
nominated.
K-pop
She,
gone metal.
Okay.
It's really good. It's
Alright.
really fucking
Pretty good.
good. I'll play you like a song or two after
Do you
this
need
podcast.
more?
K-pop.
I'm good.
What's K-pop again?
Korean
like,
pop. Korean pop.
I don't.
Who am I thinking of that hip hop artist that's a female that is very powerful and empowering? Who am
A
I-
lot.
Is
It
she,
sounds
like,
like
yeah.
K-pop, but like
Are you talking about
she's a white female.
Slater? No. I'm just
Is it
kidding.
Bangs?
Now,
I could
are you
only
thinking
wish.
about fucking Kim Petras?
No.
I don't know what you're
I
talking
can't
about.
think of her name. Maybe
She's
at a
white,
different
but she
time.
does like K-pop. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Me?
You?
It's me.
Yup, it turns out it's
K-pop
Laura
is
Tannen.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Or are you thinking of like Blackpink?
Nope.
Oh, then I don't know.
gonna
But
figure
Okay.
we'll find
at a
out.
different
We
time.
have
But anywho,
all been lost.
Rena's really, really good, and she was not nominated for any of the awards for like the English Music Awards because they said that she wasn't English enough because she's a Japanese artist, even though she was born there.
Dang.
But she makes a lot of music that's like really sickening, and it's like a mix between like metal, electronic, and like really melodic phrases. It's really good. You should look into her.
Okay.
Get into it.
I also do want to ask, so there's a lot of local artists in Cincinnati. I'm going to ask a question after I make this statement, but I would love to see collabs from you working with Supreme Prisms.
I would love that.
They're
beautiful.
sickening. They're so good. So Supreme Prisms is Eris and Mars's group, and they've performed with Odd before, and also I've done her song.
Oh, the
They all fear
Drag
us by a
Queens?
bit. No, that's Party Favorites.
Oh,
The
Shit!
mermaid song, girl.
Yes,
the siren
the
song.
siren
Yeah.
song.
They do not know me very well. I'm friends with them on social media,
Yeah.
and I've talked to them briefly. But we had so my record label, Grasshopper Juice Records,
Yeah.
at Grasshopper Juice Record.
Plug that
Period.
shit.
Follow it.
We've been throwing a Just Your Eyes music festival for. I've been on the committee for about 4 or 5 years,
Work.
and I performed, every year. But it's been going on for about 13, maybe
Sick.
14.
I didn't know it was that
So
age
and
stuff.
basically it's been thrown in North Side and Cincinnati at different venues, and it's jumped around to downtown, back to North Side,
Totally.
to single venues. Every year it is focused around we're always trying to raise money for different people. So
Work.
like for a while it's been focused on women helping women.
I love that organization.
Yeah. It's a beautiful organization.
They're great.
And we always try to raise money for them. This year, unfortunately, due to COVID, we had this huge festival planned, and it got canceled, and Supreme Prisms were on it.
Love them.
And it was, we planned this festival, and it was focused on all women performers this year. Typically, we were always, it was always multi-genre, and it didn't matter whether you were male, female, trans, they, them.
Work.
But this year, we were focused on women performers, and then some of us... men or people that identify as men, we would link up. It was planned for us to link up with the women performers that were on the label. So there was a few of us, and it just didn't happen. I was supposed to play with Abby Weiss from the Weiss Ensemble. She's a very tall, beautiful,
stunning.
Blonde woman, very sweet,
so good.
But Supreme Prisms, I was so stoked because I told my dude Nick Mitchell that Juan Cosby that runs AYE and Grasshopper Juice Records. I told him, I was like, we need to get Supreme Prisms on this,
totally,
because they have so much flair.
They're so good. I love bands. That song where they're like make him want to put his name on it. Oh, I love it. So good. I also would love to see you work with Blase.
I would love that.
She's sickening. Speaking of Blase, actually...
I don't know if she remembers me. She might. We've talked numerous times.
Find out. Speaking of which, Blase actually... this podcast is going to be released after the fact, but Blase is performing with Odd this Thursday. In
with
4
who?
days. With Odd, the show that I run downtown.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, I saw that she...
She's at the cabaret with us, yeah.
Very cool.
And we would also love to have you whenever you're ready, girl.
I would love that.
It'd be sick.
I would love that.
Bring 2 songs.
2?
Yeah. You'd have 2 numbers, and we would plug your Venmo and your Cash App.
Are you dancing for me the entire time?
Privately? I'm just kidding.
No, slutty.
Yeah, I'll just wear pasties and the thong and my pads.
We can perform together.
I'd be down.
No, we're 3 pasties.
3 pasties? Oh yeah, for my 3rd nipple that
where's that at?
I'm growing it. Is it yeah, it's right there.
It's homegrown, baby girl.
Yeah, it's all organic.
Okay, what do we want to talk about next?
My mom.
My
mom's calling.
No,
she'll be alright.
Okay.
Okay, let's guess. What does she want?
Oh yeah. She's in Colorado. Does she live there?
She lives in Colorado. Yeah. She moved there about.
Oh, you said your mom's one of the good ones?
2010. Yeah, she's amazing.
Okay.
My mom's amazing. She loves me, but anytime I get radical or I speak off my mouth and stuff, she thinks that I'm using
She's
drugs.
like, what's going on?
Yeah. But she's awesome. She loves everybody, and she is very much for the
That's
fight.
what mine is.
I'll give your mom a private show one day.
I also
for her
have...
birthday
She
party.
would love that. She loves Jesus Christ, but she is in the middle somewhere where she just loves
she
everybody.
knows that you should do some things in some ways.
Some ways, but she's acceptive of everybody. That's a person.
That's what I want.
Totally.
That's all I want.
Right.
So I have
she's
this
you need Jesus, but also you might need drugs.
Well.
Yeah, I have this one aunt, and I posted this thing. It's we're in a place where the police are meant to be I can't remember what to say. It's the police are meant to be this. Okay, so it was, we live in a world where trained cops can panic and act on impulse, but untrained civilians must remain calm with a gun in their face. And so one of my fucking aunts decided it would be okay to comment, no, we live in a world where people are so drama-driven that everything is either nervous or defiant. I said, girl, I do not believe fearing for your life is drama. But go ahead. Actually, don't go ahead. Go in a cell. Live in a cell. I literally just went to I went to build an island.
Wants to open the library.
I went to build an island where there's a bunch of tiny cells where we can just send evil people. Like, we can just put them on this island and put them in cells until they learn what they did wrong.
Oh my god.
Like, we can feed them, like, bread every once in a while.
No, because in book 9 or 10 of a series of unfortunate events, the Baudelaire triplets broke out of a jail cell with bread and water by eroding the jail cell.
So, we'll feed them soup.
Did you watch the series at all?
I watched like half of it.
Neil Patrick Harris did amazing.
I do love Neil Patrick Harris, and his husband is really cool too. They were both judges on Drag Race at one point.
Yeah, I don't even know what his husband looks like.
He has brown hair. He's really cute. Yeah. But they were judges on Drag Race during season 6, I believe. They're really cool. Yeah, they were. They were because it was during the. I'm an encyclopedia of Drag Race. It was during the wedding challenge.
Straight, dude.
It was. Oh, what was that show?
He actually did a really good job playing the straight,
but I can't remember what it was called. How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, he killed it.
He was straight in that?
He was.
Wait, who are we talking about?
He was kind of like
because there was
misogynist.
Was there
little
gays
bit
in that too, though? I thought. No, that's a different show I'm thinking of.
I fully do not watch any. of
I was
this.
like, I don't watch any shows really.
Fully do not.
I can respect.
I do remember vaguely of that. Yeah. He also did. He did do a good job as Count Olaf, but I will say Jim Carrey is the OG and always will be the best.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Until
you
I
remember
do
when
it.
he put the tape around his face? That was so good.
No what?
When he like wrapped the tape around his face and he said, "I have a pig nose. What's good?"
In a series of aborted events?
No, just Jim Carrey in
What?
general. It was like Yes
Liar,
Man
Liar?
or something.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it wasn't Liar Liar.
It was something like
It was like
that.
Yes Man or some shit.
Yeah.
Hey, like, that was so funny. I can't believe he did that. That was so outrageous.
He was also in The Mask. I used to really love that series
yeah,
when I
The
was
Mask
watching
is
it.
cool.
I fully don't think I've
Cameron-
ever seen The Mask.
Cameron Diaz. That's like when
Yeah.
I was a teenage boy. And
Shit, when I was a child, I was watching...
thing ever.
Shit, when I was a child, I was not watching The Mask. I was watching Wild Things.
Wild? No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. My parents went to sleep, to be fair.
When I have a distinct
I was-
memory when I was like 3 or
Never mind.
4, my mom was watching The Simpsons and she went out to the kitchen and Krusty the Clown was on and he said "fuck you," and like somebody laughed and so I was like, my 3-year-old mind was like, this is fucking hilarious. So I went to the kitchen and I was like, "Mom, ha ha ha, fuck you," ha ha ha, and she was like, "What?" And she about beat my ass. She was like, "Don't fucking say
You
that."
better not say "fuck you" to your mama
I
ever
know.
again.
Well, I had no idea.
Your
what
mom
it
is
meant.
a queen.
My mom's super fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our mom.
but I had
our
no
mom
idea
is
what
a
that meant when I was
queen.
3. I was just like, oh, somebody laughed at it. Like,
I'm a fucking comedian. As of this day,
yesterday was my
I'm a comedian.
godson's birthday, and I went to my grandma's house to celebrate with all of them, and he just turned 3, and I was holding him, and to annoy my aunt, I taught him how to turn on and off light switches. Because he kept trying to flip them up, but they were already up, so I taught him how to go down, and then he sat there and was like... just flicking
I
them.
also
And my
almost
aunt was
drowned
like, "Fuck
him,
you." She was like,
I
"I
was
hate
trying
this."
to know this shit out of her.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I used to do that when my parents would ground me. We would have those little door stoppers that were like springs, and I would
Yes,
just like
God.
sit here and just like,
Bleh, 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 bleh.
and they would come in like, "Shut the fuck up, go outside,
Go ahead. I
to
didn't
work."
even say anything. It was the door stopper.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I remember, there was also a time where I like got in trouble for repeatedly locking my bedroom door. I don't know why that was such an offense, but it was.
It's
So
because
my
you
dad
didn't want
took
the
away-
Illuminati to come in and take
That's
you
what-
while
yeah,
you're naked.
Correct, you're correct. So my dad took off my doorknob, but then I thought it was like a fun game, so I would open my door and I would put my arm through the hole and grab it with my other hand and then like hang from the door. And so my doorknob was out for about like 2 hours before my mom was like,
You
"Put it
made
back."
yourself a prisoner.
Yeah, basically.
Just
yeah.
like out of like protest.
Well,
for
it worked.
I mean,
I got my doorknob
whatever
back,
works.
And then you best believe I locked my fucking door.
Yeah, but don't even act like you are not locking your door for non-nefarious reasons.
I was like 6. What would I have been doing?
What you're still doing to this
Is that
day.
when you discover that you can jack off and
No,
things come out?
it was like 5th or 6th grade.
You lock your door. You lock your door because you don't want to be abducted by the Illuminati naked.
No, actually,
I kind of want to be abducted.
actually,
I wanna find out what
Morgan
happens.
is trying to read me, but what she's really talking about is the fact that I lock my door And I cannot sleep naked because I'm scared of being killed naked because I don't want people to find my naked body when I'm dead.
Really?
Yes.
That's a thing?
It's for me. It is.
I hope the
lock
fuck
my
they
door and I sleep
do.
in at least underwear. Actually, I don't sleep. I only sleep in underwear. I get too hot in anything else.
See,
but I
if
cannot
I-
sleep naked. I'm too scared.
If I'm confident in anything, it's me naked.
But don't you
I
relieve
want
yourself
them to
after
find
you're
me
dead?
naked.
Yeah, you shit yourself.
Yeah. That
Wait,
would
what?
be
You
weird.
shit yourself?
Well, at least it's
I
contained
think-
instead of all over my sheets.
I shit
True.
myself daily. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We won't get
Shit.
into that.
Okay,
I can't
period.
talk about that.
What it comes
I'm
down
33
to-
years old. That might happen
What it comes-
That's a
Yeah,
subject for shitting yourself is a subject for Donovan, girl.
Right?
I am confident in my body. If they want to come abduct me while I'm naked, I hope they get a good
Oh, I'm
look.
very confident. I just don't want everyone else to be like,
We're
oh, I
all
found this dead
beautiful,
naked
though,
body.
for sure.
Everyone
We are
is beautiful.
stunning. We are stunning.
Yeah, so let the fucking CIA deep state see it naked.
I guess they would anyway, because they
Exactly, just do it. You're gonna die anyways. Let's do it.
No.
Sleep naked, sleep naked.
No.
I'm pounding my
Also, I
fist.
can't sleep naked. It's hard for me to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
I like,
why?
I just like shorts or something on.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
are
can
we
sleep
talking like
shirtless.
butt ass naked or like underwear?
I wear
Like,
my underwear to
I
sleep.
just wear underwear.
Me
but I
too.
can't sleep with my dick.
I
like,
can't sleep butt ass
hanging out.
naked. Me
What do you
too.
think's gonna happen to it? The fucking
Nothing.
monster
I
under your
just-
bed's gonna
I
come
don't-
up and
I
suck
don't
your
know what it
dick?
is. I think it's more of like a comfort thing because I've done it for years.
Yeah.
So like I just don't. I don't know. I mean, my girlfriend's
okay.
always like she sleeps butt ass naked,
Can I-
and she's
let
like,
me have a
"Why
hot
don't you-
take."
Just take it. Okay, do it.
Okay, so what we're talking about is
They know what we're talking
sleeping
about.
naked. Yes, I
The
get that. I'm trying to make
recording.
my hot take. So the worst that will happen with you sleeping naked is that the little boogeyman under your bed is gonna come out and either eat your ass, puss, or dick. Not eat your dick. Suck your dick. Sorry, eat your dick does not sound the right way.
What if he's ugly though?
Why would you care? You're
You'll be-
dead.
and you'll be sleepy. And
Why would you care? You're fucking dead.
So he's gonna suck my dick after I'm dead?
I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
That might be a thing.
You
I'm
said
cool with
that
You're
you.
not making a very strong point.
No, I'm trying to make a strong point. You
You're
said.
literally like the
let
thing
me
that lives under your
explain.
bed might have necrophilia.
Yeah, fair. You said you were scared to sleep naked in your room because you were scared that somebody was gonna come in and see you naked.
No,
What's
and
the?
kill me while I'm naked.
But you're naked.
And you're gonna you're gonna be found dead naked.
Yeah.
What's the worst they're gonna do to you? Suck your dick?
No, because it wouldn't get hard. I have no blood rushing to it.
Wait.
No, that's not the point. The point is, what's the worst they're going to do to you?
My biggest fear is not being able to clear my porn history on my computer. before
This
I
is
die.
another story. This
See,
is
I
another
clear my
story.
history every time I watch porn.
Deal.
Every single time, as soon as I'm done.
Okay, and go. Favorite porn category.
Oh my goodness.
Go.
There's a lot.
Mine would probably be bisexual orgies because I get to see every type of
Really?
thing I want.
Really?
Yeah, you get to see everything.
It's like
That's
all,
fierce.
It's like everything all at once.
Best of
Fuck
both
it.
worlds.
That's
I
fierce.
love it.
I guess I don't know. I either do like college or like daddy, but like not like old daddy, but like silver fox.
Oh, shit.
Oh, like a hot
Okay.
daddy. Like a
Like a
daddy
really
that is
nice-
not actually related to you.
Yeah, like a nice, not incest, but like a nice muscular daddy.
I enjoy things that I've never experienced yet because
That's
they
why,
make me
yeah.
feel outside of myself. But I also enjoy things that I have experienced, such
Definitely.
as pussy pump porn. Like where the entire vagina gets so swollen that
What?
it is. I don't know why.
I will say,
It just is what it is.
sometimes I do watch straight porn, and I
just
love a
is
big
what it
vagina.
is.
I really do.
Yeah.
It's fun. You get to imagine things. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's
have
why I
a
said
friend who
bisexual
used
orgy.
to-
You get to watch everybody do everything. It's
Nice.
fun.
I
We
have
love
a friend
it.
who used to, for shock value, be like, I'm going to watch porn in a room full of people. And what he would pull up naked anorexic ballerina porn. And he would watch videos just for shock value. He wasn't actually even like turned on or anything. Because
What
he's
the
fucking
fuck?
gay. But he would watch this old woman that's like 80 be doing like stretches and shit like naked, and she'd be like 94 pounds.
I'm
Like, it
gonna
was
look this
really
up.
intense. It was kind of funny, but
I
not
mean,
funny in a way that, like, I'm laughing at her, but
You
it was,
gotta
like, funny in the scenario that he was doing it, because he would be like, we're on a bus full of people, let's watch anorexic old ballerina porn.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta find
It
out
was
things.
Nick Seeger.
Sometimes you gotta find out things the hard way sometimes.
Yeah.
And porn is the one where it's acceptable.
Yeah.
I'm an animal for new things. I like new things that make me
I
excited.
almost thought you were
I also
advocating
will say,
for like
I really
animal
like,
shit, so
I
I'm
like
so
when
happy
porn
you're
gets
not.
vocal.
Vocal, okay.
I like when they have
Yeah.
subtitles from like foreign countries.
Yeah.
Like where it's like Japanese, but they have the subtitles, so I can understand like.
Or I like
How it goes.
the really obscure like storylines, like the one where she's like, really, right in front of my salad. Those get me weak. Sometimes I watch those for entertainment, not because I'm actually even looking.
Oh
to,
yeah,
like,
porn
get off,
for
but because that's just really
entertainment is
funny.
also just as funny.
Yeah, sometimes it's really funny. Oh my gosh! Special guest Archer joins us.
Yeah, Arch is here. He's just a little boy. When we leave him, he watches videos of dogs with birds and cats.
No, he does watch Animal Planet when we leave.
Yes,
or the
and he
Discovery
loves
Channel.
it as well.
Oh, it's called Pet Collective. I'm so sorry.
PETCOLLECTIVE.
Oh my god. This is a new segment going towards all of our podcasts with both myself, Morgan, and our special guests. The world is a sick, sad, and twisted place, so we are going to end every podcast with a segment where we talk about something new, exciting, and happy that happened during our week. So, Morgan, would you like to start us off?
So, my problem is that the world is such a sick and sad place that I'm having a very hard time finding something nice, but I'll make one up. Let's do it. So, my bright side of the week would probably be when 2 chickens from our neighbor's yard blew the fuck up out of their chicken coop and ran into our yard, and I chased them down hammered ass drunk, caught 2 chickens, and then we placed them back in their homes happily. And then our neighbors placed a box. Did they place it on the sidewalk?
No, they gave it to us.
So our neighbors gave us a box, and it said, "Can we offer you an egg in these trying times?" And gave us an egg produced by the chickens.
A whole bunch of eggs.
Which I can only live for. Okay, Aura, what is your bright side for the week?
My bright side for the week is that, girl. My bright side for the week is that I have been working a shit ton more at my job, but I'm getting overtime, so I'm making more extra money. So I've commissioned 2 new costumes this
Tiny
week,
claps.
and I bought a corset again because I lost mine. So I'm
Yayo.
really excited for that. So I'm excited for this week to help further my drag career and my art that I'm producing.
Yeah.
Master Haskell,
What is your bright
exciting or
side?
Oh my god, I
bright
feel
side?
like mine's gonna be so depressing, but it's
It's
kinda
okay,
happy,
as
it's
long as it
okay.
kind of hypes you up a little bit.
Okay, so
Carry on.
So today I have 38 days clean and sober.
That's not depressing.
And
That's really
I-
sad.
That's
Congratulations.
awesome.
I am trying to find happiness without using coping mechanisms and to cover up the way I actually feel. And it sucks having to figure out how to emotionally face that and like run with it, but I'm sure that there is a
But if
ton
you
of
have that many
happiness
days, there's
in
so many more
there.
to come.
Right,
Period.
there's so many more to come, and I've done this before,
Yep.
and it's just I'm gonna take another whack at it, and I'm not gonna be upset if I slip up. I'm not gonna feel guilty, and I'm
Yes,
sure I have so many
self-empowerment.
people in my corner. So that-
Definitely.
like that's the biggest.
Yup,
thing.
and
That's
me
not
and
sad at
Aura are
all.
always in your
always
corner
in your
as
corner,
well.
and congratulations. That's fucking
Thank you.
amazing. Keep going, and I'm always here if you need to scream about it.
As am I.
Yes.
And my name's Shatanya Dix, so
And now
like,
you have all sorts
I'm at
of
the
new
place.
lush from Hannah to
I know.
promote
That's a
my
bright
God.
spot.
I'm about to go crawl into my
Okay,
bathtub.
so let's wrap this up. Donate to some shit in Wisconsin. There's some fucking shit going on.
Yeah.
Donate to some shit in Portland. There's some fucking shit going on. Troy, wrap it up. Or
Totally.
Aura, sorry. I don't know.
Yeah,
which
so Great. So also, this is an amazing episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Next week, we will have our roommate, Hannah Strom, on the podcast with us, where we will be talking about ex-roommates as well as dating apps / dating stories. And it'd be really fun, so get into it. Until then, my name is Aura Tannen. You can catch me on my Facebook, which is Aura Tannen, AuraTannen. You can catch me on Instagram, same spelling. Twitter, AuraTannen _. I will link everything else underneath this video. Morgan, do you want to plug your socials real quick?
Hello, I'm Juicy Momo. I got my Instagram. Oh shit, I don't even know what it is.
It's _strange_. Her Twitter is skepafthought, and her Facebook is Morgan New. Yeah. Haskell, where can we find you?
Oh my God, so many places.
Great. Yeah.
So
at the corner.
My Facebook, which is the home base, is Chase Haskell Stein. My Instagram is at Haskell _SC. I run a Just Your Eyes Music Festival with my record label, which is Grasshopper Juice Records, and you'll find that at Grasshopper Juice Records, and then Adjust Your Eyes at AYE Music Fest. We run Overcast Hip Hop Festival, which is at Overcast Fest. I believe so. Just plug it in there. You'll find it.
Just go and look
And you
for
can find
it.
Haskell's music. That's HASKELL. You can find his music on
Spotify, iTunes,
Your ass if you want to.
Napster, every single
streaming service
available.
YouTube too,
there.
and also on YouTube you can also find me performing
Bandcamp,
some of his
SoundCloud.
songs. Yeah, so please get into it. Listen to this amazing artist. He just spent the last fucking hour talking about some really personal shit with us, so please support him. Get into it. We love you guys a lot. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our social medias will be plugged in the comments. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
This has been Two Absolute Units. Get into it!